Welcome to Feel Better, Live Better. I'm your host, Stephanie Bridges, and each week we talk about simple ways to fuel your body, free your mind, and create the energy and confidence you need to live well. Let's get started. Hello, my friends. I'm so glad that you're back with us today. We are going to be talking about urges and cravings. So one of the biggest things that trips women up when it comes to food are those dang urges and cravings. You know the kind. You're not even hungry, but suddenly the thought of that ice cream in the freezer or the chips in the cupboard or that soda at your favorite place as you're driving past just kind of keeps at you. Almost every woman that I work with will bring this up. And today I want to help you see those urges in a completely different way. Not as proof that something's wrong with you, but as something you can actually work with in a way that builds self-trust instead of shame. So by the time we have all of our time together today, you will understand why cravings feel so urgent and how to approach cravings differently in a way that helps you feel more in charge of yourself and less like you're fighting a losing battle. First, let's define what an urge actually is. An urge is just an emotion in your body. It's not an emergency, even though your brain thinks it is, and it's not a sign that you're out of control. An urge or craving is a vibration. Maybe it feels like restlessness, tension, a pull towards something. It's a thought paired with desire. So it's that thought, I really want cookies right now, paired with the sensation of wanting. And everyone has urges. They're just part of being human, part of how our brain was designed. And when you really understand that, cravings lose some of their power. They stop being this big, scary thing and start being something that you can notice and get curious about. But why do cravings feel so strong? This is where it helps to understand how your brain is wired. Your brain has 3 jobs: to seek pleasure, avoid pain, and conserve energy. Everything we do out of habit comes from one of those 3 things, sometimes 3 of those 3 things. And that wiring was really helpful when food was scarce and life was all about survival. But now fast forward to today. We're not foraging in the wild anymore. Food isn't scarce, it's everywhere. And not just food, but food that's been engineered to light up your brain's reward system. That's why a bag of chips feels so different from a handful of carrots. Chips hit your brain with this intense dopamine spike, and your brain says, yes, that was amazing. Do that again. And it's not that you're weak, it's that your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Go after that thing that feels most rewarding, the easiest, most pleasurable. And there's another layer. Your gut health also plays a role here too. Most of your serotonin, that feel-good chemical, is made in your gut. When your gut is out of balance or your blood sugar's crashing, cravings get louder. So part of why urges feel so intense is actually biological. This is why I always say cravings are not a moral failing. They're your brain and body doing what it was designed to do. So let's talk about the difference between willpower and allowing. Willpower feels like a fight. It's that voice in your head saying, don't eat it, don't eat it, don't eat it. Well, another voice is saying, but I want it, I want it, I want it. That back and forth is exhausting. And even if you win in the moment, you white knuckle it for a while, and then most of us just eventually give in and then we feel defeated. Allowing is totally different. Allowing is when you let the craving be there without reacting to it. So think about a toddler having a tantrum because you said no to a candy bar in the checkout line. If you give in and buy them the candy bar every time they throw a fit, then of course they're going to do it again because it worked. But if you let the tantrum play out without giving in, eventually the toddler calms down, gets distracted, and learns that throwing a fit doesn't actually get them what they want. So it's the same with those urges. If you allow them, you just let them exist in your body and they'll fade. And here's the key. Cravings pass whether you give in or not. They don't last forever. And resisting is what makes them louder. Allowing them lets them fade. So how do we actually work with cravings in real life? Let me give you some practical tools. So first is awareness, just naming it. This is an urge, this is a craving. That creates a little space between you and the craving instead of just giving in out of habit or because you don't want to deal with the feeling anymore. You can step back and notice what's happening. You don't have to judge it or make it mean anything bad. You're just acknowledging it. Oh, this is my brain telling me I should eat some ice cream right now. The next step is allowing it in your body. This is where you move from just noticing the craving with your mind to actually feeling it in your body. Noticing what it feels like. Is it a tightness in your chest, a restlessness in your hands, or a pressure in your stomach? When you're having a craving, it feels dangerous not to answer it. But it's not a tiger chasing you. It's just a vibration, just a sensation in your body. Your brain might think you're going to die if you don't answer it, but I promise you really aren't. That sensation, that vibration, actually only lasts about 90 seconds. It's the resisting of it that makes it last longer. So think of allowing a craving kind of like watching a cloud drift across the sky until it just fades away. Let it move through you without the resistance, knowing it won't last forever. The next tool is, of course, SRT, subconscious release technique, because you know that's what I do. This is where we go a little deeper than just the surface urge, because sometimes the craving isn't just about the cookie or the chips. It's tied to old beliefs running in the background. Things like, I can't handle cravings. I can't handle not giving myself what I want. I have no control around food. Those kinds of thoughts are like the background apps on your phone. You don't always notice them, but they're draining your energy and influencing how you respond. When you clear those old patterns, cravings lose some of their grip. It's not that you'll never have an urge again. You will, because you're human. But it feels different when you're not carrying the weight of those old beliefs. It's lighter, less urgent, and the kind of work I get to do with my clients all the time, helping them release those hidden stories so they can respond to cravings from a place of calm instead of that fight or flight. And then there are small supportive choices that you can make for your body. Things like keeping your blood sugar steady, staying hydrated, and making sure you're getting enough protein and greens. I love my green smoothies. These aren't about being perfect or following a strict diet or set of rules. They're just the kind of daily choices that set your body up to feel more balanced. When your blood sugar isn't spiking and crashing, cravings don't hit quite as hard. When you're hydrated and fueled with real nutrients, your brain isn't as desperate for that quick fix. So while cravings are normal, these little things can help soften them before they even show up. So let's look at how this might play out in your life. Say you notice that you're craving ice cream. Instead of rushing to the freezer and grabbing it without a second thought or getting mad at yourself for wanting it, you can just stop and say, I'm having an urge to eat ice cream. You notice where you feel it in your body. It feels like a tightness in my chest. And you sit with it. You might even set a timer for 10 minutes and watch what happens. That craving might get stronger and fade away, and stronger and fade away. And every time you allow it without reacting, you're becoming more aware and able to make conscious choices. So this is what I'm talking to my ladies and taking them through right now in our 6-week Ditch the Cravings challenge. And if you go to my website, livingthebestyou.com, you can join the challenge too. Okay, so let's get to the fun part, clearing a few of these beliefs. Okay, so if you've never done this before, it's super easy. I'll say deep breath in. You take a breath in and you hold your breath. While you're holding your breath, I will say the statement. You repeat it silently in your mind, and then you breathe out. And that's all there is to it. All right. Deep breath in. I release all pressure with, I just have to eat it. Deep breath in. I release all worry with, I just have to eat it. Deep breath in. I release all hopelessness with, I just have to eat it. Deep breath in. I release all stubbornness with, I just have to eat it. Deep breath in. I release all blocks to enjoyment with, I just have to eat it. Deep breath in. I release all blocks to fulfillment with, I just have to eat it. And deep breath in. I release all blocks to patience with, I just have to eat it. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in. I release all anger with, I hate how this feels. Deep breath in. I release all frustration with, I hate how this feels. Deep breath in. I release all resistance with, I hate how this feels. Deep breath in. I release all terror with, I hate how this feels. Deep breath in. I release all blocks to support with, I hate how this feels. Deep breath in. I release all blocks to understanding with, I hate how this feels. Deep breath in and out. All right, deep breath in. I release all disgust with, I have no control around food. Deep breath in. I release all fear with, I have no control around food. Deep breath in. I release all despondency with, I have no control around food. Deep breath in. I release all shame with, I have no control around food. Deep breath in. I release all blocks to self-love with I have no control around food. Deep breath in. I release all blocks to patience with I have no control around food. And deep breath in. I release all blocks to happiness with I have no control around food. Deep breath in and out. Okay, we're going to do a couple of fill-ups. So we do it the same way. Deep breath in. I'm so happy and grateful. I can handle cravings without fear. They don't control me, and I get to choose how I respond. Deep breath in. I'm so happy and grateful. My body and brain are on my side. Each time I allow an urge to pass, I grow stronger and build more trust in myself. And deep breath in and out. All right, so let's wrap this up. Cravings are just brain and body signals. They're not something dangerous. The more you relax into letting yourself feel those uncomfortable feelings without fighting them, the more you'll notice that they pass. And the more you practice that, the less power cravings hold over you. So here's your challenge for the week. Notice one craving. Don't try to push it away. Don't react right away. Just name it. This is an urge. Notice what it feels like in your body, and then practice allowing it and watching it pass. I would love to connect on Instagram, so you can find me at Stephanie Bridges Coaching. And remember to hop over to my website, livingthebestyou.com, for more support and some free resources. Thank you for being here, my friends. And if this episode was helpful to you, please share it with someone you love and make sure to follow the podcast so you don't miss an episode. And we'll see you soon. Thanks for joining me today on Feel Better, Live Better. If you're ready to take the next step, be sure to go to my website, livingthebestyou.com. You'll find free resources and the support you need to accomplish your goals. And if this podcast connects some dots for you, please follow and share with a friend. Until next time, remember, when you feel better, you really do live better.